Welcome back, everybody. This is my new to me 2002 Honda CR-V. This is a replacement for my Yukon, also known as Unit 42. This one's going to be Unit 43, of course. I don't know what for yet. I'm either going to do Jurassic Park or Umbrella Corporation, have some kind of fun with it. But for now, it's just a Honda CR-V. Now, I bought this from a buy here, pay here over in Eustis, Florida, the same place I bought my pickup truck and the Yukon from. And they have been reliable to me. The Yukon had some problems. That wasn't my fault, that wasn't their fault, that was just the vehicle itself kind of had problems that we didn't know about. This is the Yukon replacement, and so far within driving it for 2 days, it has been a very, very nice little vehicle. Now on the inside, it's actually something I like about this car is on the inside, it's got these rubber floor mats on it, which helps me a lot instead of carpet. Now it doesn't have carpet, I will not lie. It does have carpet in the front and the back. It's carpet, but it's not the same type of carpet the Yukon had. This is more of a, I want to say, industrial carpet. It's a lot thinner. It's easier to get sand and dirt out of than it was on the Yukon. The Yukon had more of a plusher carpet that you'd find in like a house, so to speak. This car is a 2002, as I said, so it doesn't have anything fancy in it. No aux cord and radio, but the radio does work. A high schooler owned this before I did, before it sent to auction. The sticker for Clay High School was still in the window when I bought it. It is a nice little car. The one thing that threw me off about this thing was actually the shifter. The shifter's in the dash, which I've never seen in my life, but it's functional. You put your foot in the brake and it's right here and you pull it down to go in reverse, drive, whatever you want to do. This car handles very well as well. Now, unlike the Yukon, I don't have OnStar or anything like that. Now, I will not lie, this was a step down from the Yukon, but I feel like this will be a reliable vehicle for me. Center console tray right here folds down. If you need something, folds back up. You have two cup holders here, one that folds out here. Has working heat, working AC, special little compartment down in here. This compartment is broken, unfortunately, so it does not close, but that is just something minor. For once in my life, I have a vehicle that has an actual physical handbrake. I'm not going to pull that because this piece here does not function the way it's supposed to. When you put it to a certain point, you can't pull it back up, and you have to put all your force into putting this little thing down. Like I said before, it's got a radio with actually has a cassette player in it as well, which is something you don't see much of anymore. CD player, no aux cord, no Bluetooth, nothing fancy, which is actually better for me in the long run, less for me to break. The one downside of this vehicle is it has power windows, which is more for me to break. Now, the only other downside of this vehicle at all is the driver's side door does not lock. You can lock every other door in this whole car, but the driver's side door does not lock. The locking mechanism on the driver's side door is broke, which is an issue which will be fixed hopefully. This vehicle does have cruise control, and it's got your regular circular dash panels, nothing fancy. I'm not gonna lie, this car is a fairly rugged looking vehicle. Down here you got your gas cap and your hood. Now these things are most silent. With my Yukon, you pull that, you hear dink like that. This one, you don't even hear it. Same with the gas cap. Once you pull those, it opens your little gas cap here, locks back closed. Same with the hood. Opens up the hood, pull it in there. Got a nice big plastic bumper on it. Has 15-inch tires with a 5-lug pattern, which is a big difference in Yukon. The Yukon had, I believe, 17-inch tires, so it's a bit bigger of a size. This is a little compact SUV, which is nice. One thing I do enjoy about this is every single door has these storage compartments in it, which is very helpful for me because I have a lot of stuff to store. Apologize for the mess. Everything that's in here right now came out of the Yukon. A lot of it's been put away, but that Yukon held a lot of stuff. You also have your holding nets in the back here, as most Hondas do have, along with the front seats have armrests that come up and down. Moving on to the very back of the vehicle, it does have something I also enjoy. It's two Falcons. It has something I really enjoy here too, is the fact that this is not a hatchback that goes up, it goes to the side. So even if those were to break, it's a bit easier to keep this open. My Yukon, the hatchback went up and the pieces, these struts here failed, and it always crashed back down. It never worked. So this is a nice feature of it. In the front door, you have a little button you press that opens this back window here. These struts work as well. There's actually a lot of storage in this little vehicle, believe it or not. I have all my mess in here right now, but this is my daily kit, kind of. I got my bag for work, my camera equipment, my tool kit, my bags to take with, binoculars. I have my work bag, my fishing gear, and my camping kit, all in the truck. Now these seats do fold down, just as the Yukon did, and it provides even more room. There's a lot of room in this little vehicle, surprisingly. One thing that's kind of funny to me is just how big these tail lights are. Now, one thing I'm not used to either is having my indicator all the way up here. I'm used to the indicator being on the very, either in the taillight itself or in the very back. My previous two vehicles, my F-150 and my Yukon, the indicator was built in with the taillight itself. It was just a flashing red light. It wasn't its own little personal light. So that's a difference right there. Inside the back door too, which is nice. We have storage compartments along with a storage net. Now, one thing that threw me off that I'm not used to is the spare tire. I'm not used to having a spare tire on the very back of the vehicle like this. It's actually very nice. There's more storage in the end. Inside the vehicle, on the very bottom of the trunk, there's storage for another spare tire along with equipment, which is really nice too. So for such a small vehicle, this thing has a lot of storage. And for a $3,000 vehicle, I will not lie to you, it is very clean and very well kept. Power windows in the back too as well. Every single one of these doors locks, as I said, aside from the driver's side. You have your handles in here to hold on to your shit bars. And we also have a storage compartment up in here. I'm not sure exactly what you store up in here, but you have storage. And you also got your glove box, of course. Aside from that, that's mostly a look through of this vehicle. It did come with this weird phone holder. Never seen one like this, but it's a cool little phone holder. But for a little compact vehicle like this, it's very nice. There's not a whole lot of features to show you. The person that bought this as a very base model vehicle when it came out, meaning it's stock factory. It's like the Ford Broncos and stuff like that. Any vehicle you buy with all these features and rims and stuff like that off the lot, you can also buy with stock steelies and basic interior qualities. It does have carpet in here too, which might be a problem for me later on because when I get out of work, I'm covered in dirt. If I'm arm against that, these carpets are gonna get dirty along with this seat. So one of my first options I'm gonna be doing is putting seat covers in this and a new steering wheel holder because this thing blinds me whenever I drive into the sun. But we're over time, we're gonna do something with this vehicle. I'm not sure. Every vehicle I have, I usually try to do something with that's a little fun, either Umbrella Corporation or Jurassic Park or some other thing. This little CR-V is two-wheel drive as well, so it's not like I can go off-roading with it. Now for $3,000, this little vehicle surprisingly has very little issues. From what I understand, there's an antifreeze leak happening, from what I was told by another gentleman, and there is a nail in this tire, which I am not going to remove yet because I need to get a spare. That spare back there is okay, but it's dry rotted because this car, apparently the whole time I've owned it, they never use this spare. So that spare literally put your finger through it. It's not good. But all around, this is the tire that has this nail in it, but it's okay. This headlight here has some water in it, but that will be fixed as well. All around, this is a very nice little car, and I feel like it's gonna do me well. The Yukon got 13 miles to the gallon, and that was after it was from 2007. This thing still gets 20 miles to the gallon, so that's a very big difference between this and the Yukon. Along with that, I can get more places with this because I do a lot of inner city work, and I can use this for work a lot easier. There's gonna be little modifications done to this. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, if I'm gonna make it a little Jurassic Park rig or if I'm gonna make it Umbrella Corporation or what, but we're gonna have some kind of fun with this vehicle. But this is a little walk around of my new little Honda CR-V. I do miss the Yukon a bit, but I feel like this will serve us well. There's a German Shepherd running up to me right now. Hey baby. But this is the new mobile that we got right here. Let's go for a little bit of a ride in it. I'll show you around how it drives, everything else. See, let's get going.